I'm going to give you some tips on how to get past the critical factor in your prospect's mind and how to stop and suddenly find yourself being more and more intrigued by all the ways in which you can influence and stop being intimidated by whales. So I was talking to one of my great clients at Hires Coaching, and he was going to call 3 whales, 3 big real estate agents. And Adam, I normally wouldn't ask this, but what do I say? How do I influence them? How do I have a conversation with them? What do I do? I normally wouldn't be this way, but they're just really big whales. So here's what I'll tell you. Tip number 1, understand that who you're talking to, all you're doing is influencing a 3-pound sack of meat. That's it. It's a 3-pound sack of meat. It's not influencing the high producer, the, oh my goodness, the person that I'll never live up to the standards of. It is a 3-pound sack of meat. So at Hires Coaching, we go really deep into psychology and how to influence at a high level. That way you're not intimidated by the conversation, by the person, because we all have critical factors and we can bypass these if we know the cheat code. I'm gonna give you a couple of real tips here to start thinking differently. Inside hirescoaching.com, we give a tons of these tips and really go real deep into psychology to be able to influence at a high level. So if you ever want to sign up for consultation, go through that, get you in our walls, and you will see a huge difference in the way you can sell, way you can influence in all facets of your life, in your marketing, in your sales, and just the way you, even with your family. So here, I'm going to give you a couple of quick tips. Watch this. Okay. So the reason people buy, there's a reason people buy, and I'm going to give you a couple here of reason people buy. The result they want to get. So the result is what your product is, so they can be seen as a confirmation. So there's confirmations that we all want to have, and the results that we want to have, and we go over those deep into sales psychology in hirescoaching.com. But here, the why. I'll give you a couple reasons why I buy a product. So you can sell me, right? Marketers coming out of the woodwork right now. Oh my gosh, I'm going to sell that. Here's 2 of them. This is 2 of the 6. This is the 2 that I go by. And I can't write, so it's a sign of genius, I heard. I'm going to go with that. ROI and novelty. ROI and novelty. The 2 reasons I buy is in any decisions I'm actually making, why I want to do something, is ROI, all the way even to relationships and novelty. Is this going to get me a return on investment? And is it new? Is it something different than everybody else is doing? When I came into the mortgage industry, right off the bat, I was like, I got to be different. I got to do something different. And that's how I got into coaching, was that I started putting on these classes and speaking differently and talking differently to folks. And they were like, you're not like any other loan officer. Yes, that's what I want to hear. And it was always that novel approach in everything that I buy. If I buy a product or buy a coaching, service, or I do anything really, I want it to be different. I want to be shown as different, and I want definitely the ROI. So I want the ROI really out of the whole thing. But how I think I'm going to get it is this novelty. It's got to be different. If it's the same old lame-o, I don't think I can get that ROI. So I hope that helps you. Your clients, your avatar, the one you're speaking to, may, in fact, be those 2. And then you're speaking to that right there, which I'll tell you, most people, by the way, on selling, novelty is a huge one and will be a large percentage. So if you really nail novelty, different, you will help, which novelty equals focus. And focus is your number 1 currency in sales and marketing. Go out there and absolutely crush it. Go download my 12-week transformation playbook today at hirescoaching.com, and go ahead and smash that consultation button today if you want to increase your sales, increase your conversions. We are different. Really, and I'm coming back out with my podcast, reformat it, is mortgage influence, because everything we do is influence. It is far different than anything else that you've gotten into, because you're going to influence at a different level when you speak to people, when you market, when you sell, and absolutely crush it. So smash that consultation button and let's get started today. Go crush it.